Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something that I'm so passionate about, something that I love so much, and that is school. So this video, it's not going to be tips and tricks on how to succeed, but it's just going to be some do's, some don'ts for how to prepare for the semester. These were my old roommates, and that is why I put this picture here, because they are some of the smartest ladies I know. Seriously, they are. And I checked with them to make sure that these tips were things that they also did. We're a fun group. We are. We might think we're funnier than other people think, but all in general, we did the same things. So no matter if you're a nursing major or if you're just here looking for some help on how to prepare for college, this video is for you. Whatever your situation may be though, you can still utilize all of these things, whether it's online or in person. So this video still applies, I promise. And if you're interested in watching, let's get right into it. Now I made a list on my phone. So that's what I'm gonna be going off of. The first tip is something that some people honestly hate doing. Some parents hate doing it. Me and my boyfriend were at Walmart a couple weeks ago and all of the school supplies is out. And he said to me, oh my gosh, I hated shopping for school supplies. It was terrible. And I felt my heart just break. Just a little bit. And my phone might be dinging throughout this video. I sincerely apologize for how annoying that might be, but I'm on call for work today, so I need my phone to be on loud in case they call me, because then I gotta press stop and I gotta get dressed and go to work. So anyways, my heart broke a little bit when he said that to me, and long story short, tip number one is go get yourself some new school supplies if you can. There's nothing more exciting about organization. Honestly, new semester, start fresh, get yourself some new pens, get yourself a new folder, a new binder. Plus, if you're in nursing school, there's really no reusing binders because you probably want to keep all of the material, unless it's chemistry. After my biochem class, I went outside to that dumpster. Literally, I took the exam, the grades came back, I knew I passed the class, and I took all of my material, all my notes, my binder, my folder, everything, and I slammed it into the dumpster. That's the only class I ever did that with, because chemistry was terrible. If you like chemistry, good for you. Props to you actually, because I honestly think it's one of the hardest concepts to understand. I mean, like I've said a million times, I love school, I love studying, but that is something that just went, props to you. Anyways, get yourself some new school supplies. You're starting off nice and fresh, and you're starting the new semester on a good note. Whether the last semester went bad or whether it's your first semester, it's nice to have everything nice and clean and brand new, and that sweet smell of new paper. I hear the little bit of the craziness in my voice when I say that. The next tip that I have is buy yourself a planner that you actually love. I have bought myself a few planners back in the day, and I know my roommate Deanna had this kind of planner and she loved it, but she had an insanely busy schedule and a lot of meetings in her sorority. She's gonna be so mad at me. Sorority, yes, okay, I got the word right. Anyway, she had a lot of meetings, so she actually bought one of the planners that had the times listed, and my passion planner actually has that right now, but when I was in undergrad, I hated it. But the reason why I'm okay with it in this passion planner is because I can be so creative with it. And to be kind of honest, unless it's a meeting or an appointment or something, I just ignore the times. Let me show you like a good week where I organized everything. So this is kind of that. I have sticky notes. You have to-do lists, work to-do lists, a space that you can just doodle, be creative, and then I just kind of draw all over it and doodle and stuff. But this has the time slots, and let me get to a blank page so I can show you what I'm talking about. So one of these where it has all the different times throughout the day. In undergrad, I personally hated that. I thought it was way too overwhelming. I've talked about the planner that I got in one of my first video of how to pass nursing school. It's in the description of that video what planner I would get. I like to keep my planner very simplistic, and the reason why I say this is because if your planner overwhelms you before you even write things in it, you're not going to want to use it. This is another planner that I loved, and I just bought this one and spent a hefty dollar on it. Well, actually it was on sale, so I spent a good dollar, but still quite a lot of dollars on it. And this is the Erin Condren planner, and I put my name on it and made it my own. And I bought some of the little inserts with the dry erase pens, like the health one and the financial one. And I used this for a couple months, and it was great. And then I came across the Passion Planner online, and I refused to buy it for a while. I did, but every day, I'm not even kidding you, every day that went by, I thought about this planner. I dreamt about it. So after about 2 weeks of refusing to buy it, but dreaming about it, I had to get it. And so I did, and I love it. And these are awesome. These are the coffee bangs. This one's the cookies and cream one. I like it. There's a peanut butter flavor. That one's my favorite. That's like a peanut butter cup. That might even be what it's called. I don't know. There's also a mocha one. I haven't tried that one. The next tip is to go through your syllabus a little bit before classes start. Spend some time, look at what kind of assignments you have to do, look at the criteria for the class. Write down your assignment due dates, your test due dates, your quizzes, everything. Write down all of that stuff in your planner. And if you have a question about the class, about the assignment, anything like that, always check the syllabus first. We are in college now, and professors want you to do a little bit of your own work. I have had professors reach out and be like, that information is in the syllabus. So they're not just always, I mean, some professors do, but they're not just always going to give you the answer. Do a little bit of your own research. I always said I would check the syllabus. If the syllabus didn't have the information, I would check with a classmate. If they also didn't know the information, then I would go to the professor. Buy whiteout. Simple, easy task, but something you will need. And I laugh about this because Mia and I were in the same program, same classes, all 4 years. And I think it took until second semester of junior year, she can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's second semester of junior year, until I finally bought my own whiteout. For the first like 2.5 years, I asked Mia if I could use her whiteout. In our room, I went into her room and I said, can I use your whiteout? When we were on the couch studying, can I use your whiteout? When we were in class, I passed her a note and said, can I use your whiteout? Because things change so often. Even in the nursing program, I mean, stuff comes along where professors think, we haven't gone over that content that much, we'll push back that test. Or they'll ask you how you feel about it. Or they'll get rid of a quiz. Or they'll extend something. Or things change, bottom line. So just expect it, don't stress out about it. Learn to just go with the flow. Let's talk books. Let's talk books, because you know, those are money suckers. They take all of your money. But I'm gonna kind of tell you how to not let that happen. Do not go to the school bookstore. They rip you off. Everything is so expensive. I bought books from my bookstore for the first year, freshman year. And I dropped thousands of dollars, and it was just, it was stupid. It was stupid of me. I should not have done it. Stop right there. Go on Amazon, go on Chegg, look up books on there, rent. Now for nursing majors, there are a few books that I would recommend buying. Is the medical surgical book, the pathophysiology book, a drug book, that's probably it. Along with that, a lot of times in your required text that you go on your school webpage before the semester starts, and it'll tell you what books you need. For some classes, it'll say you need an access code. Before you go out and get this book with an access code, because if you need the access code, 99.9% of the time you're going to need to buy the book, and the book is going to have to be new, which buying and new, that price is skyrocketed. But a lot of times, you don't even use the access code. Do your research about if you really need that access code, if you're really gonna use it. Ask your professor, ask people who have been through the class already, because nothing made me more mad than spending like $200 on a brand new book with the access code, and I never had to use the access code, and I could have rented that book for $60 on Amazon. Just figure out if you need to use the access code. My next advice, I am not sure if this is a requirement for other programs. For the nursing one it is because of clinicals, but we had to have all of our immunizations up to date. TB tests yearly, flu shots yearly. If you're a nursing major, do not procrastinate on these things. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't procrastinate often, and this is something that I procrastinated on all 3 years that I had clinical. And you know what? I was stressed out, and I ended up having to go to the student health center because I couldn't get an appointment early enough with my normal nurse practitioner. Do not do that. You're gonna stress yourself out. If the things aren't up to date, you can't go to clinical. You have to enter all of your information through a website called Castle Branch. At least that's what I had to do for my undergrad and my graduate program. And it takes days to process what you uploaded. Then, 7 days might go by, and then they might deny what you uploaded. Then you have to do it again. I mean, it could take weeks until it is approved through the system. And if you don't have that stuff done, well, then you're just shit out of luck for clinical. So not to scare you, but just get on top of that stuff and don't procrastinate. Don't be like me. The next piece of advice is something that all of the girls, they really emphasized this tip in our text messages: self-care. So if it's your first day of college, lay out your outfit the night before. Just make yourself a good meal before you go to class. Just maybe take a bath, maybe do a face mask. Give yourself some love, because you might be stressed out. You might have the nervous poops. All of that is okay. Your stomach may hurt. You may feel nauseous. You might be so scared to go to class and just so nervous and terrified, and I get it. I've been there. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some good stress relief. The next little secret I have to give you: buy yourself a candle. But if you live on campus, you're really not supposed to have candles. So if you live on campus, don't buy candles. Okay? And if it just so happens that you accidentally bring a candle to your dorm, make sure that you hide it before room checks. And look in your handout or your little contract that you have to sign if you live in the dorm that talks about what you can and can't have. My roommate Mia, I think junior year, she bought herself a wax burner. she would burn it and it would be like a vanilla cupcake dream. In our apartments, like on one side would be a couple of rooms and then the other side would be a couple other rooms. So we lived on separate sides. And when Mia had that, you would just kind of notice that all of us would kind of talk on Mia's side, or we'd all kind of go over there because it smelled so nice. And before you knew it, I had a wax burner, Deanna had a wax burner, Miranda had a wax burner. I think the only one who didn't was Nicole. But Nicole was next to me senior year, so we were on one side and the other three were on the other. So my wax burner kind of made our side smell a little bit, but I don't know if you're supposed to have those either, so if you can't, then don't. The last little tip that I have for you guys today is to look up when tutoring sessions are, where they are, what times they are, what days of the week they are, and also your library hours. Do not feel ashamed to go to the tutor. This is something that I regret doing or not doing until probably the end of my sophomore year. Utilize them. It is so helpful. You don't look dumb. You don't look nerdy going there. I mean, I feel like there's controversy of, I don't want to look like a know-it-all. I don't want to be nerdy. I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to look like I don't want people to know that I need help. That's me canceling out those thoughts. That's not true. Going to tutors is so helpful. Those tutors talk directly with your professors. Professors tell your tutors things that are going to be on the test. Professors go through the test with your tutors. And in some cases, your tutors are able to jot down some general notes. Like for pharmacology, what I studied for the test, I only studied what my tutor told me to study. If that tutor mentioned a medication, I knew that medication. And I passed that class with an A. I did. So go to the tutor. My gosh, my nose is so runny. That wraps up today's video. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else that you guys do to prepare for a semester of college. But that's what I got, and I hope this video helps you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!